Hello, hello. Today I'm reviewing 3 Cold Hours by Jonette Blake. Now, this book is actually 3 supernatural thrillers in the one collection. Okay, so I actually got through this really quickly. And if I could pick like just one word to sum up the whole thing, it would be creepy. Like, this is full on creepy. Now, I gave this a 4-star, and this is because the first 2 stories in it, Poison in the Pond and The UNHEARD, were really good. Although The Strange Legacy, which was the 3rd one, was just okay. So, like, whereas with the first 2, I was like, oh my god, I want this to continue. I want these to be, like, longer stories. I want more from them. Whereas with the 3rd one, it was like, yeah, okay, that was okay. But it didn't pull me in the same way. My favourite? Oh, see, I don't know. See, because I'm torn about this between the first 2, which is my favourite. Because I'm like, okay, as overall story goes, the first one, Poison in the Pond, is probably the one that was consistently good throughout the entire thing. And that's one where we have Karen, who is our main lead, and she gets attacked by this guy, Kane, and she gets taken to the hospital and everything, and he gets arrested. So he goes into prison and stuff. He thought she was his sister because she looks a lot like his sister, which is why he took her. She is obviously suffering from the trauma of it all and everything. In amongst all this, she also ends up having a love story with her doctor, thanks to his child, who is just allowed to roam the psychiatric ward of the hospital. Yeah, that was a little bit weird, but it kind of worked with the story, the way it was going and everything. So anyway, they end up together. She's convinced that Kane's coming after her. Doctor is also worried, and also for the safety of his own child, and so they leave town and everything, and then things get like the supernatural part of it, and it's all very oh my god, what's gonna happen next kind of thing. Very creepy, and even the ending of it, it's like, no, I want this to go on. This is not enough for me. So yeah, I would have liked Poison in the Pond to go longer. Loved the revelations that came in with the lake and everything. I don't want to give away spoilers, but it was really, really good, the first one. The second one is The UNHEARD, which is where we have our main character, and this is Jenny. She goes back to this like holiday village place where she used to go when she was younger, with her family. They used to have a cottage there, so they used to go like every single year in the summer months. They'd go there, and in fact they were part of the city girls who would go there. There was like a big lake there as well, where like all the teenagers and everything would hang out and stuff, not always with permission, after dark, so like drinking around bonfires and stuff like that. She goes there. There is this guy who she used to have a crush on when she was younger. She used to follow him around a little bit of a stalker. But he ended up getting together with her sister, and so, you know, nothing happened, and now she's back, and he giving off kind of like mixed signals, and she's like, oh, maybe it's my chance kind of thing. There's some spooky stuff going on in amongst all of this, which she thinks she's taking photographs and stuff, and she can see stuff on the photographs that look like ghosts, but puts it down to like the camera not working and stuff like that. Her sister, then discovering that her sister has gone back to the town and everything, decides to go down and join her. Now, this is not just to be a good sister and, you know, be there for her and everything. She's doing it for her own protection as well. So partly because she wants to protect her sister. See, I don't think she was all bad at the beginning. So I think she wanted to actually protect her sister, and you get more of the relationships come through, especially with this guy, and discover what they're really like as people. And then you've got all this supernatural stuff going on as well, with all the different ghosts and everything. This one, definitely, as far as endings go, this one was like a sucker punch of an ending. Like the last lines, I don't want to give away spoilers because I hate giving away spoilers, but at the same time it's like, okay, you need to read this and get to the very end, and it's like the last few lines of the story, and it's like, ooh, shivers, which is really cool. But at the same time you're like, oh my god, I want it to carry on, I want there to be like a different, I don't want this to be the end of it kind of thing. So yeah, that was really, really good. And then we've got the third story, which is Strange Legacy. Now, like I said, this was okay, but definitely different to the previous two stories. This one we have this guy, Eli, who's like, he's kind of down on his luck and everything, and he decides to bring back the Wild West show that his grandparents used to run, and stuff. He has a complicated relationship with his father, who is a reverend. He goes to this piece of land and he's setting up the show, and it's going okay, you know, things are starting to like work out for him in a way, but then like there's some mysterious disappearances and stuff, and then like all the supernatural stuff kind of starts happening, and then it goes in like so your chapter is like the present day a lot, and then you go and you have a chapter where it's from the point of view of the gunslinger, which was his granddad, and so you get more information through that, and then you hop back to the present day. Andy is an amazing friend, and Sharon has so much patience. Elia came across as a bit of a dick for most of it. I can't say I really felt sorry for him at any point in it. His dad, I don't really know what I think about his dad. I didn't particularly like him in the relationship. Lots of weird stuff happens. I kind of wanted there to be more to what happens to the missing people. Like, where do they go? Because, you know, when I don't want to give away spoilers. Damn. Yeah, anyway, it was creepy. There is definitely religious aspects to it, and also because it talks about like the tribal stuff from like past generations with the Indians and stuff on the land and things like that. So it definitely had a different kind of feel to it as a general kind of thing. It was okay. I definitely didn't feel invested in the story like I did in the other two though. So anyway, yeah, that is 3 Cold Hours. I don't know why the colour doesn't show up so great on here. The cold is actually written in yellow on here, as is the author name. The background is black and the rest of the letters are white, but I don't know if you can see the colour. Probably, oh, there a little bit. It came over, get really close, then you can see the colours on that. So anyway, that's 3 Cold Hours. This was really different. I picked this one up because I needed a book with 3 in the title for the clock reading challenge that I'm doing. So my book for March was this one. And yeah, it was a bit different. I absolutely love thrillers, but I don't really read much like supernatural kind of stuff. And so I was curious to see, you know, what it was like and if I would enjoy it. And I have to say, the first 2 I really, really did. Like a lot. The third one, it was alright. So anyway, there you go. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.